I just finished watching PewDiePie. That's crazy. I just finished watching a video of PewDiePie. Um, one of his latest videos. I spent 24 hours drawing at an anime studio, and I've watched it about 2, 3 times now. I think this is my third time watching it now, and I just really enjoy videos like this, man. And so I just decided to make a video, just I don't know, just talking about it, and I just really enjoy. Okay, so the situation was he actually went to. I think he lives in Japan now. I don't know. I don't watch PewDiePie, so I don't really know what he's been up to and all that stuff. But I watched this one. I was able to watch this video, and he was in Japan, I believe. Um, and he went to an anime studio. I think they're called Studio Wit. I believe that's what they're called. And I'm letting the video play in front of me right now. I think it is Studio Wit, and they let him be a part of what they do during their process. I mean, for 24 hours for the whole day, and these guys they worked on. I think they're currently working on their current project that they're working on is something to do with One Piece. I actually have it somewhere. Let me pull it up. There's something with One Piece. I don't know if it's a new season or something. I also don't watch One Piece. That's One Piece is a pretty big deal, but um, okay, yeah. So they're working on a Netflix remake of One Piece. I'm not entirely sure if that's even the title of the series that they're working on. I think it's called like The One Piece or something. But you get it. It's One Piece. They're doing a remake of the Netflix One Piece. So yeah, and they've also worked on Attack on Titan. I've also I also haven't watched that one. No.
What?
I did watch that one. I'm on season one. Okay, I've been watching some of the episodes and I kind of stopped. I've stopped watching anime lately, and I've been reading more like manga and webcomics lately. Anime, it's a commitment, man. I don't know, like anime is a commitment to get into. I would like to make videos on some anime too, because I enjoy anime. Like I enjoy the art form. I enjoy people working on the background, in the background. And I like learning about it and stuff. Like probably like a lot of people do. I just like the ins and outs of things, and I want to speak on it sometimes. But man, man, I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna get back into anime and stuff, but I just have been hesitant about what I want to get back into. Like I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about Free Ren. Um, Maybe I should continue Attack on Titan. I'm not gonna watch One Piece. That's too much, bro. Um, Studio Wits also worked on Spy X Family, and I've heard great things about Spy X Family, so maybe I should check that out. I haven't read the manga for it though, but I do enjoy looking at the artwork. I think it's very beautiful stuff. I like Spy X Family's art style, so maybe I'll take a look at it. But man, just watching this PewDiePie video, man, it just brought me so much joy, man. I love seeing these artists, work on stuff in the background. Like Studio Wit, from what I hear, has some of the best artists in the world working 24/7 around the clock. They worked on Attack on Titan. It was cool. It was cool to see them how some of their process of doing things. Like PewDiePie started off meeting them, and one of the first things they did, which is probably my favorite part of the video, is that they were in a no. This is my second favorite part of the video, when they were all in a circle and they had to draw each other. So they had to do like a pose and just draw what they saw. And one of the things I noticed, and I think PewDiePie pointed that out in the video, and I'm guilty of this as well, is that we tend to draw. I tend to draw really small to like, smaller proportions to like make it easier for myself. It's like, and it's kind of like I'm not aware of it, a lot of the times until he pointed out that he did that too. I'm like, I guess that's like a normal thing then for people to do, because drawing in bigger sizes, um, it is pretty difficult. It is. I've tried it. I've wanted to make videos of me drawing on like really big canvases, for the YouTube, and just to make content, like but it's every time I've just been like, oh man, like this is a huge. It's such a commitment. Yeah, I really want to be able to draw on like super big canvases, bro, and just But lately, you know, I've been working on my webcomics, so it's been more panel size stuff, so very small in proportion. And, but yeah, it was just interesting to see him point that out because it's like, oh dang, I do that too, you know. Um, and just to the funniest part of like that moment was like when you realized he was sitting next to one of the pros in that studio, and I think one of them has worked on like solo ranking or something like that. And just seeing him realize like, oh shoot, like he looked to the left of him and he sees that like, yo, this guy's doing an amazing job, you know, and it's very humbling. I'd imagine to like be around all these incredible artists and you think like you're that guy or something.
Hey guys, my name's Christopher, and I'm here to talk to you today about a children's book me and my good friend Evan are working on. It's called A Box of Wonders. We're excited to be working on our first book together and eventually give you a story you can share with the little ones. A Box of Wonders is a story about a father occupied with work so much so that he doesn't have time to tell his son a bedtime story. The father's solution? Giving his son an advanced AI box that can tell the boy all kinds of incredible stories. So incredible that the boy is hooked on this box and prefers the box over his father's storytelling. The boy at this point is glued to the mesmerizing stories the box can tell him and doesn't interact with his parents like he used to. But the boy will soon realize that even after all the amazing stories this AI box can tell, it's nothing compared to the loving bond and time shared with family. I'm telling you, man, the book's still a work in progress, but if you guys want to support our book right now, you can start with supporting my Patreon. Just get on your device and type patreon.com/Chris O Ajayi. That's patreon.com/Chris O Ajayi, Ajay. And you can become a member today. We'll be posting the early artwork of the panels for your eyes only on Patreon. So this is behind the scenes content. You'll get to take a look at the whole story from beginning to end before the official book releases. Well, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for listening. We're so excited, me and Evan, to be working on this children's book and, you know, present it to you guys in the future. Yeah, and so I just wish you have a blessed day, and until next time, peace, y'all.
I think PewDiePie has been drawing for like 2 years, I think he said. And yeah, it was just funny. It was just funny to see that. One thing you'll notice, and you know, I'll tell you, man, hey, you should go check out that video. I think you like if you're into art and you know you're into the process of anime and stuff. I think it's something you'll really enjoy. Um, One thing you'll notice in that video is that they're constantly comparing, you know, which I think is which you'll hear a lot like in social media. I don't think it's healthy to compare yourself to other people because it's kind of a distraction. But when it comes to art specifically, especially when you're working with other people, I think it's good. I think it's good to compare stuff and like, you know, see where you're at and see where your partners is at in them, that kind of stuff and whatnot. So I thought that was like funny, and I thought it was you know pretty consistent. I thought it was good that they would like finish a project, finish a session, and be like, okay, let's compare notes. Let's see what you can improve on or what you missed, what you did well. You know, they did that as well, and then so it was the drawing stage. That was the first part, and then the second part I think was like more. You know, I gotta skip. This video is like 30 minutes long, but the next thing they did was more like, oh, this is an ad. I don't have YouTube Premium, man, so I be getting into ads and stuff. Um, Bro, they're convincing me to do it though. Like they keep trying to wear me down with these ads, bro. I'm like, bro, maybe I'll just do it. But I haven't folded yet. I haven't given up yet, so I ain't got YouTube Premium right now. But um, yeah, I think the next thing they did, the animating stage of things, the drawing thing was my favorite one. Obviously, anything that involves drawing, I want to learn more. I want to get better. But then I think the other half of this was like animating, like actually getting into animation and just seeing how they have worked on Attack on Titan, like hearing that like one scene in an entire episode takes like it takes like hundreds of like frames, bro. Hundreds of frames for one scene in an episode. Bruh. When I'm working on my webcomic, what I tend to do, like I'll say it, like what I tend to do is like I try and like do baby steps, work on one panel a day. That's what I'm doing currently because I like a few weeks ago I was pretty like I've just been super focused on writing this this book with my good friend Evan, working on our children's book. Um, and so I kind of put Wayne the Warrior Ultimate, my personal webcomic, my passion project, to the side, to do that because, yeah. And so, but now I'm working on it more and more, Wayne the Warrior Ultimate, and I'll do like panels a day. That's what I'm doing because it's like I'm just like I'm not there to where I'm knocking out panels, like 10 panels a day. I'm just not there. I know there's people who can do that. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all who can do that. I'm just like, bruh, I'm not there. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet, right? And so just to hear like they're working over like hundreds of frames, not 50, not 60, not 100. I think they mentioned like 500 frames per scene. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but I don't think I am. It's a lot of frames that they got going on for these, a lot of panels that they have to do to get like one movement of like someone moving like this. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, bro. That's so much work, and you get why they need so many people and why it takes so many hours. Like, I hear all these stories all the time about these animators, these creators getting worn out. Some people get sick. Some people have died doing this stuff, and not to scare anybody. I'm just like, the horror stories is kind of what happens when, with poor management and when the people in power don't really care about you and stuff like that. And so I'm not implying that Wit Studios is one of those studios at all, but I'm just saying we've heard those stories if you've been in this world long enough, and you've heard that stuff like with mangakas, with animation, like we've heard that stuff, right? So, and you kind of start to see why the amount of effort that it takes to put these masterpieces together. It takes a lot of time. And when I started to understand that, bro, I became so patient with creators. Like when movies are coming out, when like things like Arcane's another example. Like Arcane, when it came out on Netflix, it was so crazy. I feel like people have never seen something like that animated before. And so when I heard season 2 is gonna take a while to come out, bro, I wasn't even mad at it, bro. I haven't seen season 2, but I don't. You don't even rush these people, bro. No more. You should not rush these people, because once you start to hear stuff like this and understand, like, how could you want to push them? Like, yo, come on, I want this and that. Yo, it's been 2 years. Like, come on, like, when you start to see them actually work on this stuff frame for frame, panel by panel, bro, it's like the Boruto manga. Like, I like reading it and putting it on YouTube. My thoughts on it, bro. I'm glad that the artist has that privilege to put out a chapter a month. Hey, the video cut out, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, go check out that video, man. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. Support my children's book that I got coming out with my good brother Evan. A Box of Wonders. You can support via Patreon. You can support by subscribing to the channel. So, and follow me on Instagram. We're gonna have an Instagram up at some point for the book, so I'll let you guys know when that happens. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a blessed day. I'll see you, man. Peace. I'm gone.